Okay, action.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Today we've got the toy out, we've got the compass today, yeah? So first of all, I'm gonna draw a circle using this compass. It's magic. Here we go, that's my favourite bit, and round and round and round and round we go.
Whee!
Hey, so there's the centre there, we've got to keep the centre. Now, the reason I've drawn this circle, I'm going to mark two important lines on the circle. We're going to put one here. Let's get the black pen out of the way. And I'm going to mark a line here. So the line going halfway across is called a radius. And the line going all the way across in green, we're going to code this, is called a diameter. Now remembering the radius is half the diameter, so two of these radiuses, or radii, if you're using the plural, make the diameter. And we'll talk about that over there in a minute. The other thing I want to talk about in the circle is the distance. If we're going all the way around, normally in the shape we call this a perimeter, but the circle's got a special name for it, and that's called a circumference. Okay, so those are the three things I want to talk about there. We're going to be dealing with area, but we know what that is in other shapes, but we'll talk about it on this board here. So, if we wanted to find out these two things on a circle, if we wanted to find out the area, we'd use this formula here, which is pi times r squared. Now r stands for radius. Radius is in red, pi r squared. And the circumference is pi times the diameter. The first step is to look at our circle here. We've got a circle with a radius of 8. So what I'm going to do straight away is I'm going to write in what the diameter is of this circle. Because if I know the radius is 8, remember a diameter is twice the radius, so the diameter is going to be 16 centimetres. Okay, so I'm going to work out the area now. So for the area, I'm going to use pi times radius squared. So it's going to be pi times pi, and our radius here is 8, so we're going to put that in there. So that's pi times 8 squared. We're going to use this calculator here to work things out. Put that over there. So it's going to be pi button on the calculator, pi times by 8 squared on the calculator, and that gives me 201 centimetres squared. Let's not forget our units. Okay, if you don't have a calculator, it's okay just to use pi as 3. Now that's what some people have been doing, using pi as 3 if you don't have a calculator. If you do, we can work it out fully. Okay, now we need to work out the circumference. So, circumference is our pi again, and it's going to be pi times by the diameter. Now we work that diameter out there as being 16, so it's going to be pi times 16. We'll put an equal sign in there. So pi times 16, so pi on the calculator times by 16, and that gives us 50. So I'm just rounding to the nearest whole number here. 50 centimetres. Now it's centimetres because the circumference is a distance. So it's all the way around the circle, it's a distance, so we just measure that in centimetres. Okay, let's go to this circle then, where in fact we've got a diameter this time. So the first thing we need to do is to work out what the radius is. Remember, diameter all the way across, so radius is going to be half of that diameter. That's going to be 5 centimetres. So let's work out the area again. So it's going to be pi times by radius squared there. So it's going to be 5 times 5 squared into the calculator again. So that's going to be pi times 5 squared, and that gives us 79. That's 79 centimetres squared. Remember, it's an area unit. Final thing we've got to do is the circumference. That's going to be pi times by our diameter, which we're given there, which is 10. And that will give an answer of 31 centimetres. Just doing these to the nearest whole number. So, again, remember, pi button, if you've got a calculator. If you haven't got a calculator, you can just pretend pi is equal to 3. And that shows you how to work out areas and circumferences of circles.